Hi, my name is Liam Holt, 25, and I live in Cardiff, and I'm a player and coach with the Cardiff Celts wheelchair basketball team. Now, we're very fortunate in our squad to have a Paralympian, GB Women's number 15, Caroline Matthews. How's it going, Caroline? You right?
How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Firstly, how did you get into the sport?
I used to play basketball on my feet before the arthritis in my knees got so bad I couldn't do it anymore. So I've played basketball for a long time, but adopted the wheelchair sport in 2001.
2001. How did you find that transition from suddenly, you've got your jump shot, you're running around, to then, getting in a chair and doing it? How did you find that, the comparison?
A lot of the skills are transferable immediately. It's the same ball, it's the same court, it's the same basket. Most of the rules are the same. So all of the skills that I'd learned in the running game were immediately usable.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've had that basketball brain to begin with, once you've learnt, the manoeuvrability, then off you go, sort of thing. And when did you start in the GB squad? So you started playing in 2001?
Yeah, I got into the GB squad in January 2002.
So literally a year after you'd started, you were in the GB squad. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty amazing achievement. So what, you've been playing for 9 years now?
Yeah.
What would you say is your highlight so far of your career?
Every time you're selected to play in a GB match is just amazing. You get given this vest, it's got Great Britain written on the front of it, and it just puts a huge smile on your face. But the highlights have been the 2 Paralympics that I've been to. Going out in that opening ceremony or onto the court for the first game, it's indescribable.
So which 2 is it that you've competed in so far?
Athens and Beijing.
Athens and Beijing. So presumably, you're looking towards London 2012 now as well. What sort of things are you doing personally, and what things are the team doing to prepare for that?
I do a lot of training on my own because I live in Cardiff. I'm the only member of the squad that lives in Wales. So a lot of my training is on my own, but we get together as a squad about once a month. Okay. And I have regular contact with the GB coaches. I do about 16 hours of training a week. 16 a week.
So presumably, you've got a full-time job as well, aside from playing basketball.
Yeah.
What job is it that you do?
I work full-time as a lawyer. So.
A lawyer, I mean, that's not exactly a low-pressure job. So
no,
how on earth do you manage to juggle that with, a full-time professional athlete as well?
Yeah, it's not a 9-to-5 job. There are some nights where I just can't leave at 5. I can't say, I'm going training now, bye. But I have to squash in the training wherever I can during the week.
So presumably, a lot of sacrifices as well.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it, I'm sure, as you said, when you get on that court and play for your country.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing. Finally, for people wanting to get into the sport, maybe they're thinking about, wanting to play for their country, what sort of tips would you give them?
There are clubs spread out all over the country. It's quite likely that there's a club somewhere near you. If you have a look on the Great Britain Wheelchair Basketball Association website, there are links to all the local clubs, so contact your local club and they'll get you started. And
of course, if you're in Cardiff, then the Cardiff Celts is the club for you. But no, thanks very much, Caroline, for having a chat. I think we should go and play now.
Yeah, let's go and play.
Let's go.
Cheers.